During the rain delay, what was your message to the team in that hour and a half
Oh.
break?
Well, first of all, we have the advantage. Okay, we're here, so we have all of our strength coaches. We have all of the equipment we need to keep ourselves loose. We can take our pads off. We have it. We're the home team. We should have the advantage of being here. The biggest thing was I didn't really say anything until we got to the point. We played a little bit of music, trying to get them amped up, but you know, they're kids. All of a sudden, we're dancing, and they think it's a stinking dance-off. You know, it's not a dance-off. Okay, so you got to bring them back in, and you got to tell them, hey guys, okay, the fun's in winning. I want you guys to have fun. The music was to just lighten up, get ourselves going. You know, because you know it's hard when you come back in for an hour. And so our guys, you know, again, what I really liked is okay, they got the kickoff around midfield, they made some plays, got us down there, but then also we drove it, got the fake field goal. That's a credit to Coach Wozniak, and that put it right there out of reach. And it's never easy. It's never. I mean, we were at Texas State, which seems like years ago, and you're up by 20, and all of a sudden they scored an onside kick, and all of a sudden you're back in it. I keep trying to tell our guys, man, it's just when you work this hard, man, don't settle. Don't let it just become a, you know, where you don't finish it the way you want. Which I was fired up. Our defense got to stop at the end, and the offense never came off the field. And that's how you want to finish. You want to finish with your offense on the field.
Just kind of talk about the fake field goal right there at the end. Is that something you guys have been working on and that you?
We had it ready for last week. It just never came up. You know, we went unbalanced into the boundary. They're a field block team, so we have more than they've got if they don't adjust to it. And that's on Coach Wozniak. We've been working it. And, you know, when you get those opportunities, you try as best you can to make sure you execute it so often in practice to when you get this opportunity. You know, we went to Nebraska and everybody's like, well, that was a stupid fake punt. Yeah, it was. It didn't work. We didn't coach it well enough. We didn't get the looks well enough. Well, we practiced the heck out of this one. And our guys were ready for it. And so, you know, that's a credit to Coach Wozniak and the players that we made sure if we were on either hash, we were ready to go with it. And there was a moment there, he didn't talk me out of it, but it was close because a field goal made it a 3-possession game. We are having a hard time snapping it and catching it. Those were the most nerve-wracking extra points I've ever been through in my life. Holy cow, catch it, get on the ground, kick it. I don't even know what to say. But that's part of the rain. That's part of it, and we banged them through. But, you know, you practice them enough, you get the right look, then you got to go execute. And Tyler did a good job running. He's a good athlete. We faked the punt last year with him. Here we fake a field goal. He's a good athlete.
Do you have to alter anything for the elements at all? If
Not
so,
really.
we did it
Not really.
yesterday.
I wouldn't say that. Other guys did a great job of protecting the football, other than not throwing it away and get hit. Fumbling, that wasn't very smart. Obviously, I didn't coach him well. We didn't coach him well enough. It was holding on the ball. Now, did they miss a procedural penalty? Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with throwing the ball. That's okay. That happens. No one's perfect. I took a timeout on an extra point. That's stupid. It's a 5-yard penalty. Still kick the extra point. That was dumb. We didn't think we had the right guys out there. Just take the delay. That's on me. Not me. You just hope that they don't cost you. But you just take a 5-yard penalty and don't worry about it. If you got the right guys, you trust your holders and your kickers to make sure they know. But someone had said, hey, we were missing somebody, and I panicked. That's on me.
You hate to pick it, Nick, but I mean, is that the one thing he's holding the ball at such long time?
You know, that's a great question, you know, because quarterbacks that do a great job of checking the ball down and going through a progression sometimes hold it too long. So, you know, you get some quarterbacks where they don't go through their progression. You know, they look at one guy and maybe two, right? But if a guy that goes through his progression looking for somebody open, sometimes you have to live with a little bit of that, you know, and because he's never going to get to the next guys, right? Does that make sense? We had a couple of plays today. He hit Casey, or the one that was close to interference, maybe the second drive that we didn't get it, you know. But a guy that goes through his progression, sometimes he holds it a little bit more than you want. Now, he's got to understand, hey, those weren't the same scenarios. There wasn't somebody bearing down on him, you know. Got to get rid of the ball. Got to save the yardage. We were close enough to where we might have done a fake field goal then. I mean, we had it dialed up. It was just a matter of when. And also we went backwards and it turned over. So that happens. And that's what's happened. We've done a good job, other than Marshall, where we didn't do it well enough and we didn't get 4th downs. But you know, and we've got to be better against teams like that. You know, we had the same same opportunities there as we had here. We didn't convert fourth downs. We did some of these same things. We're good enough. We're good enough.
Defense held them under 300 yards for the fourth straight game. Can you comment on the progress they've made?
Did a great job. That quarterback's a good player, man. He really is. He makes them go. You know, he made some on that one field goal drive they had. You know, we hit him hard and he made a back shoulder throw. And he's a good athlete. Sells it. Coach's kid. Man, he's a really good player. They function so much. They're missing the best running back. I mean, Sean's done a great job with that group and kind of regoing, because there was a moment there that game was. You got 7 points. They missed a field goal. Got a field goal. They could have been 14-7. They could have converted the score. That's part of it. But our guys have done a good job, really, for the most part. The scores on the third downs, which keeps them from scoring touchdowns and getting field goals. So,
Anything else?
A lot of coaches in this situation getting 6-3 bowl eligible, kind of rah-rah, pounding on the table. You seem very kind of measured. Is that kind of a, you know, to make sure this team doesn't get accomplished?
well, I mean, I don't have to be that way now. We still have 2 weeks till we go there. You know, it's just, I like celebrating when it's over. I mean, am I happy for our players? Am I happy for the hard work? Am I happy for our fans? Am I happy for the whole university? Am I happy for our staff? And myself, yes. But I'll be happy when it's over. And then you can reflect back. I'm not very good at that. Even when you go to a bowl game, I'm not happy during the week. I'm miserable because we got to go play a game. Everybody else happy. They're going to parties and hanging out. And my wife over there, and they're having fun. And, you know, and we're just sitting there going, you know what? My job's to go win the bowl game. My job's not over. I'm not a fan. I'm responsible for everything. I felt that way when I was the offensive coordinator. Everybody's here having fun, wants to know where the party is. You know what the party is? It's celebrating after the win. That's what it is. And I love what I do. I mean, I'm lucky to coach football for them. I'm happy for the players. You do it for the players. I've had lots of wins. I've had lots of losses. And that's part of it. When you put yourself out there, you put your name on something. But I'm not. I'm happy. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I am. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for everybody that's been involved. I'm worn out. I get worn out during games, man. I never look at it like it's over. I mean, it's how do we finish? How do our guys keep playing? How do we continue to get better and do things better, striving for perfection? And I've never gone into a game thinking, okay, wow, this one, man, we're going to win. No way. No way. As I told the team on Tuesday, you know, I was a little frustrated before we even went out, and then after practice, it's like, you know, I always fear before a bye week because of the planning. What are you going to do? What are you going to do on the weekend? When do we have time off? Hey, it's Halloween. What are you know, you going here? What are we doing here? What a waste of time, okay? Because if you lose, then none of that's worth it. You know, I don't want to hear anything about, you have plenty of time. When you decide you want to do this, it's about giving everything you have, your sole focus to your teammates, being a great student in this university. And so I want them to have fun. I want them to enjoy college. But we've just come so far. And, you know, I think some of our players, we had to talk them of like, some of them early in the week felt like, man, what if I blow it? God, we're here now. What if it's like, are you kidding me? You come back and say, how many of you guys have been in the playoffs in high school? If you lost, you were out. You've already been through it. You know, I mean, it's what it's about. It's about the roller coaster. It's about I told them today, I said, you know what? This is the fun of it. I said, how many of you guys been on a roller coaster? A bunch of them. I said, okay. You ever jump on that thing? And as it starts going up the hill, you're going, get me off this thing. Why in the heck am I doing this? This is the dumbest thing I've ever done in my life. And then you come down the hills and you go up and down, you ride around, and you get off, you go, let's go again. And that's life. That's our team. That's what you do. You put yourself out there. It's the thrill. It's the frustration. It's the, you know, none of that made sense to you. I don't care. It made sense to me. So my wife's looking at me like, you're an idiot. Okay, so that's the way it is. And so I'm just like, you know, she's been around me 24 years and married 24 years, almost 30 years together. So she's heard all the stupid stuff.
One with the bye week, you kind of talked about it coming as, I mean, you guys need it.
Well, there's, you know, there was moments early in the year we could use it. We got beat up. You know, it's always at a good time when you could use some guys that aren't out for a while. But Dylan Bradley, we hurt himself a little bit, so it'd be good to get him a week back. You know, and get him back. Trey Collins, we weren't able to play today, but we think we get him back. You know, we got Justice Hayes back today. It'll be good for, you know, Quincy Russell, who's been dinged up a little bit. So, because we need to be at full strength. You know, we've got 2 of the last 3 on the road. You know, and all three of them last year were bowl eligible teams. Old Dominion went 6-6, you know, so, again, they played fairly well this weekend against Western Kentucky. I saw that score, so I'm excited. We'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, very light Thursday. Our coaches will be on the road, and we'll take the Saturday off, and we'll have a little extended Sunday, get ready for Rice.
Coach, like you said, I guess obviously you guys aren't done yet, but to have accomplished one of your goals or to put yourself in a position to accomplish a goal, and that being getting to a bowl game, how gratifying is that? What is the most gratifying part of that?
Oh, the hard work of the players and the decisions that we made in the off-season, that we had to do it better, starting with myself. You know, the changes that we made in the weight room, the changes we made as coaches, the changes I made as a man for our players. You got to, I think the hardest thing at times is look in the mirror and say, you're not doing it well enough. You're just not. You have to do it better. You know, and that's what it's about. It's about figuring out the puzzle. You have to recruit and develop and coach better. We were recruiting. I'm not sure we were developing our players as well as we could have. We had to change that. And luckily we hit on a lot of guys that have come in and meshed well. That's a credit to our staff. The changes that we made were critical to our success in all areas that we made. The changes I made as the head coach. It's just the way it is.
Real quick, Coach, can you talk about the impact Jim has in this